You've done it. Don't lie. Someone opened their mouth, said 3 words, and you just knew. And here's the wild part. You were probably right. Scientists at the University of Toronto played recordings of 25 men to a group of listeners. They couldn't see the men. They knew nothing about them. Just audio. And in 62% of cases, they correctly identified who was gay and who wasn't. Just from the voice. So the question is, what are we actually hearing? Let's start with the S. Researchers found that gay men produce a slightly crisper S sound, narrower frequency range, higher peak frequency, more precise, more deliberate. A sharper, cleaner S than the average straight man produces. Then there's pitch. Not overall pitch. Gay men don't necessarily have higher voices. What's different is pitch variation, the range, how much the voice moves up and down while speaking. Gay men, on average, use a wider pitch range with faster shifts. And that pattern looks a lot like female speech. Now, why? Here's the honest answer. We don't fully know. But linguists have a leading theory, and it makes a lot of sense. Some gay boys growing up gravitate toward women. Their mothers, their aunts, female friends, female teachers. They spend more time in female social spaces. And language is learned by immersion. You absorb the speech patterns of the people around you, without realizing it, without choosing it, the same way a kid raised in the South ends up with a Southern accent. So some gay men picked up patterns from women. Not all of them. Fewer than half of gay men even have what we'd call a gay voice, according to the researchers. The straightest-sounding voice in that University of Toronto study, the voice listeners identified as the least gay, turned out to belong to a gay man. And the 6th most gay-sounding voice? Straight guy. The voice and the orientation don't always match, but when they do, the reason is usually somewhere in the social environment they grew up in. But here's where it stops being just a biology question and becomes something more fascinating. Some gay men didn't just absorb these patterns unconsciously. Some of them chose them. David Thorpe made a documentary called Do I Sound Gay? And at one point in the film, he realized something. He had deliberately changed his voice. At around age 17, when he came out, he started speaking differently. Not because he was imitating anyone, because he wanted people to know. The voice became a signal, a way of saying, I'm here, I'm one of you, find me. If you're a smaller subgroup trying to identify other members of your community, speech is a no-fail way to communicate membership. Like a Southern drawl tells you someone is from the South, the gay voice, for some men, functions the same way.